I really think that there's something that need to be discussed. We talked about what are kind of the 8 truths about trading that nobody really talks about. And I think number one, we're going to focus on one a week. And I think number one is probably of the most important, because I think it leads to the greatest losses for most traders, which leads them to quit, which means that they won't be in the game long enough to win it. And that is the statement that I need to make money now. Why? Why do you need to make money now? Most people can't answer that question because they're just so scared of not doing it that all they can think of is making more right now. And I wrote to the members, I need to make money now. The most surefire way to lose it quickly. And I don't think that could be more dialed in to the truth, because the reality is about this business in general is that trading needs to be treated like a full-time job. There's a lot of people that can generate profits on the screen, but they can't put money in the bank. If you can't turn your unrealized gains into realized profits, then you're not going to make it doing this. And my goal is to see you make it doing this. And I think you can over the long term if you follow some of these simple strategies and simple concepts that we talk about day in, day out, both on this channel and on the Discord. You know, a lot of you call me dad, and I don't take that lightly. And I think that everybody's need a little more dad in their life, a little more coach in their life. And so that's my goal, is to deliver it to you and make sure that you guys not only get it, but that you understand it. Because at the end of the day, there's a responsibility on my end to make sure the information I'm giving you is A, good, and that B, I'm communicating in a way that you can fully understand. Because if you don't understand what it is we're doing, then you're never going to make it. And I don't want anyone to be afraid to ask questions, because that's the point of being here. I'm dedicating this hour of my time because I care, and I want to make you rich. I want you to make money doing this, because if you're not, then there's really no point in doing it. And to be fair, sometimes it does take time to do this. The first couple of years I did it, I didn't make much at all. I actually lost the first 2 years. But now, a couple grand a month in the bank every month, like clockwork. Talking about perspective earlier, with only having one side of the trade within your side of vision. It's the same thing with life. That's the point, guys, is that you look at anything with one eye open, you're going to miss half the picture. And when you don't have all the information, you can't make an informed decision. You can't make the decision that's going to set you up to pay for your kids' college. You can't make the decision that's going to relieve some of the stress or pressure you feel because, you know, your friend, your wife, your husband, your kids had a medical emergency that you had to come out of pocket for, and now you're stressed at your job because you don't make enough to cover it. You don't have to deal with that any longer. You don't have to deal with that feeling of not being enough. You don't have to deal with the anxiety of feeling like there's nothing you can do. You're not powerless. Over some things we are. But right here in this little bubble that we live in, we're not powerless. Can't control the market, but we sure as hell can control what we do with what the market gives us. And that's what made Penny Boys so special and effective, and made a lot of you a lot of money, and some of you didn't, right? Because it just never clicked. You didn't have the time, whatever the reason, whatever the season, baby. It is what it is. If you're still here, then you're going to make it. It's just a matter of when. And it's just a matter of using your mouth to speak, to say, I don't understand. I need more help. What do you mean by this? So that we can get you the outcome that you deserve, that you earned. So these range trades are one of the greatest things that we could ever do, because it's a simple, replicable pattern that we can use over and over on any stock, in any industry. It does not matter. You can use this to trade options. You can use this to trade equities. You can use this to day trade. You can use this anywhere, because this is just gathering the basic fundamentals of price action to really understand what the hell is the point of what we're doing here, because it's simpler than it seems. Mr. Jimmy, I told him I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth other than yes, I can, because in truth, he never gives himself a shot. And I think that the same is true for trading. A lot of people, money in general. They tell themselves the story that they're bad at managing money, or they always fuck it up. So guess what they always do? They shit the bed. They lose the money. They gamble the money. They do whatever. They make a risky, terrible decision that they didn't want to make because they felt they had no other choice. When that fear guides you, you'll never arrive where you want to go. The things that you magnify in your life are the things that will always persist. So when you magnify failures, when you magnify shortcomings, when you magnify poor decisions and loneliness and anguish, you will have more of it because it's where your focus is. So there you go. Range trading is so easy if you let it be. And that's why I love this strategy, because that's all you're doing. There's two scenarios. I buy it or I sell it. That's it, and that's all. Simple formula. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. I would bet my life on it, and might be a fun content idea. I guarantee you I can get a 10-year-old to execute this strategy effectively. Now, getting them to do it is a different story, but like my kid who's 11, turned 12, I guarantee you if I just told them, hey, you only buy it when it's at 612 and you sell it every time it hits 740, he would be able to do that over and over and over and over. So you have no excuse. So let's see it.